All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Welcome to today's anniversary stream with me and my sis, Akadi. Today I said I was going to bring a surprise. I'm going to do that early on. I got in contact with my fiance, who's locked in the tower. So we're going to hear a few words from her right now. So. My fiance's name is Hermeline or Hermelin. So anyways, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, how's it going?
So, what have you heard about what I've been doing down here in the stream world?
Not a whole lot. You don't get a whole lot of news from a tower. So, yeah.
Yes. Well, wait, what the heck's going on with me? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. What the hell's going on with my model? Sorry. Technical issues. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. But anyways, tell them a little about who you are. I know you are supposed to be someone my parents arranged for me to marry.
Yeah. It was an interesting thing. Didn't really have a whole lot of say in it. The king just came to my parents one day and said, "Yeah, we've chosen your daughter to marry my son." And they pretty much told me that I was going to do this. So, thankfully, I actually started liking you up until you locked me in a tower.
Well, it's not my fault that my brother attacked Reynard. That is unfortunate.
Unfortunate how long I've been in the tower, that's for sure.
Well, I know my sister says she has a little bit of a confession to make. She said that she arranged the marriage.
Ooh.
So I guess that you are like somewhat familiar or friends with my sis.
Oh yeah, me and Akadi go way back. I like her a lot. As a sweet kid.
But yeah, I know we'll hopefully get more of Hermelin in the future. We have very short communication because, well, she is locked in the tower and unfortunately she can't stay on the line that long or my brother will capture her and who knows what he'll do to her. So but anyways, thanks for stopping by, a future to be wife.
No problem, soon to be husband. Emphasis on soon to be husband.
I don't know what that
Get
means.
me out of here.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
All right, nice meeting everyone, guys.
Okay, with that, we're gonna go to a short little cut scene by our thingy. Bye bye. All right, back to the normal program. So today, I want to do a couple different things. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, just let me know. If anybody wants to know anything from the Reynard to Hermelin to anything, doesn't matter. I am going to be playing any game that would be that could involve anybody. So if anybody has any suggestions that they would like in general and I have it, we can play it for the next couple of hours. Give me one. All right. So in general, if people didn't know, my brother, Mr. Eisengrim, or I call him Mr. Grimm, sis calls him that too, took over our place over a little under a year ago. It's like right before I started streaming. And well, as simple as it is, we just had to escape, and we ran across a place called Tarogaville. It was across the seas. It seemed like it was in a whole new world. Don't know too much about it, but overall, I met, my new home to be, at least until I could get back into Reynard, which there will be a point at some point. Hopefully go save the fiance. And yeah, that would be cool. What? What's this? Right. She says that she also likes it here, but she really wants to go back home. She misses moms and pops. So about a year ago, I did my very first stream. Cozy Grove was the game I played. It was quite interesting. I remember the first time I started streaming, I was really uncomfortable with the game choice I did, because I didn't know anything about the game. I thought that would have made it easy. It was really a basic, simple game, I thought, and I got stuck on an island literally for 2 hours, not knowing what to do in the game. There's like items you could find, I guess, within the island, but the island, unfortunately, like the color choice, it felt like everything blended together, so I couldn't see anything in the game. So I just got, like I said, stuck going in a circle. I guess it's supposed to be a cute little game, but like it was just not for me. Not a great first game stream. But after that, I played Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3, and eventually Horn Hero joined in my adventures on that, and I met a cool amount of people like Kinos. But in Dark Souls, the game's freaking hard, and I'm not like super great at it because I haven't played a Dark Souls game at the time in a long time. Obviously, eventually I did Elden Ring with Horns also. But I also had another friend named Lorak, and we've done a couple of streams, stuff from like indie games that are like really simple to more complex or mainstream, I guess you could call it, maybe. Games like Divinity 2. We did lots of streams on that. Sure, on my YouTube channel to recap stuff like that. But I also made when I very first made my stream, we decided me and my sister to do an introduction to us, and that answers a lot of questionnaires about who we were and how we got into Tarogaville and all. But other people that I met while being on stream for the last year were my mama, Laraj. She made another group, my other half, Yumiki and Nari, and I started getting to really know my sisters, which was a really cool thing. And we played at games like Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight, and a couple of others. Also another great person I met streaming was Chroma, and we've done obviously a couple of collabs. She's done some game show host, which that was really fun. And we played A Way Out. That was a nice 2-day collab stream. But Chroma is great, and and these are people that have always helped me to grow and hopefully made my channel better. So I want to say thanks to them. But yeah, with that, hopefully I will just continue to get better at streaming and keep playing games that hopefully people will like to watch. I know I'm into RPGs. I played Final Fantasy 14. I'm massively into Final Fantasy 14, but I haven't been really streaming that much, and to be honest, I haven't even been playing that game that much, which I miss the game because the game has a special place in my heart. But I guess let me see if I could. Give me one sec. I wanted to pull up my first stream, I wanted to go over it and how unique that stream was on the get-go. I'm gonna go over to another screen. Let's see if I could activate this. Maybe more. I wonder. Let me try this. All right, so I'm gonna play. No. My very first stream, like I said, was Cozy Grove. Man, it was a stream. Actually, maybe even before that. Let's see. I'm pulling it up right now. Give me one sec. I know one of my most notable streams was Amnesia. I remember Chroma talking about my scream was pretty powerful. I get scared really easily when I get engulfed into the atmosphere of a game that has very good creep effects. All right.
Don't advertise.
No, go away.
Fraud with Pixies. Not a fun fact. One out of
All
every.
right.
Where are we? And who are you?
Wait, wrong one. That's fine. All right. Hopefully everyone's doing really well. All right. So, oops. Let's see if I can pull up some website. Hey, Horns. I was talking about you and our adventures into the world of Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3. How's it going? Are you alive? I started 13 minutes ago. Nothing big. Just got the notification. I see. Oh, can you tell which one's me? Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's old me, and this is new me. Right, sis? But anyways, we were going. I was talking about my very first stream with Cozy Grove, and how crazy that stream was. Oh shoot! What the heck is that? Oh, that's the thing. All right, I am live. All right, I am. Whoa! What the hell? Uh-oh. Am I getting an echo? Getting an echo. All right. How do I adjust the echo? I don't know how. The one moving. I don't know what to do about that. Can you hear that, Corns? No, you can't. Why am I getting double echo? I hate double echo. So I'm going to be. I'm just going to skip through the game then. Another imaginary camper must have brewed by the Lady Grave a little strong this morning. Unless you say you're not that real living person, aren't you? So I know the point of this game was you're this like little character right here, and you have to talk to ghosts. And every time you activate a ghost, the world would get bigger, or the island would get bigger. And I just got stuck on this world constantly. Like I was fighting ghosts, but they wouldn't be doing anything. No, this is going to be called Trugaville, so we're just going to call it Trugaville. Yeah, the Trugaville. I'm Charlotte. You're a local ranger, also a ghost. If you run into any problems, I'm your bear. I remember also having issues with, I don't like to read. And that's very apparent in this first stream. I pretty much butchered everything that was read. So yeah, good old streams.
Say that uniform of yours.
But they would have this island. I'm just gonna skip a little bit forward. And I'd be traveling around the island, and I'd freaking get lost on this damn island for 2 hours. Like, imagine that, like getting lost on a freaking island for 2 hours. You would just go insane.
So,
and I did not like it.
Oh, it's a fox.
Hey sis, how do you like yourself?
Hello there, prospective.
You hate the stream?
Shopper.
Yeah, okay.
I must
That's really
when I
nice.
found your fire, I never expected to end up here again. The island falls into quite a state since my last visit. Now, rude of me. How rude of me.
See how
introducing myself.
crazy? What the hell's going on? So yeah, a lot of that was like just me, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going, hey, look at that. Actually, that's the fox. I just now realized there's a fox. I forgot there was a cool little fox in this game. Makes it much better already. So yeah,
I know your name.
just going back and forth into talking to the ghost. Ooh, look at that. I fished.
I wasn't paying attention. So you have to be
Taco donuts.
The ocean. Going to catch fish.
Wait.
I mean, I didn't catch it.
Look at that. We have something from Horn in the first stream. Taco donuts. Never heard of those. Do you remember saying that? Do you remember saying that, Horns?
Take that. Okay, maybe I have to be.
Actually, I forgot that you were on the first stream. That's pretty cool. Anyways, that's my crazy first stream.
Both tape though.
We will ignore what the hell is. All right, done with the first stream. I remember making my bio. There's me. Our birthday was January 24th. This is how old we are. And we're pretty damn small. Actually, Lawrence had been telling me that he's much bigger than me, like much bigger than me, tall wise. I don't believe it, but he says so. What other cool things are on here? No. Yeah, these are all the fun games that we like, or things that we like to do. This is our likes. This is our dislikes. This is our fears. Basically, I don't like big words. They're freaking terrifying. And I mispronounce names all the time. And if you've been on my stream, I mispronounce people's names all the freaking time. I'm only 3 feet. Oh wow, laying down on all fours. That's extra. And you're 6 feet. You're like twice as tall as me almost. You would crush me. And my sis. No. I'm dumb. I mispronounce things on purpose. It's a fact. But yeah. My likes are gaming. Of course, like I wouldn't be playing games if I didn't like games. I love writing. I haven't been writing in a good while, but I love writing. And TV shows, like TV and anime shows, all the likes. Being in a good mood, happy, and my sister being cutesy. I've talked about the Mechanicals. If people don't remember, that is what my brother's machines are that kick me out of my freaking place. Hate them. Not a fan of tornadoes. So if a tornado comes by, I'm already gone. The ocean makes me sick. I can't believe I actually somehow crossed it with my sis to get away from Reynard. Heights. If you're like on like a really, really high building, I would probably pass out, fall off, and die. So I choose not to be. And mini bosses. Basically, a boss that makes me really, really mad will eventually make me dislike him forever. Dark Souls and Elden Ring and anything from that company will be on this category when it comes right down to it. This talks about all the cool games. I've actually played this one. this is on my YouTube channel. Chrono Trigger, the best game of all time. But other great games, a lot of them are honestly from Squaresoft, Square Enix, Square. It's like Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy games, Nier Automata, Hitman. Hitman is actually Square, even though it technically wasn't Square original, at first. So it's not the best. You're right, it's not the best. It is the best, not the, but the. Of course, I love my Resident Evil series. And these are some of the short animes that I remember putting on, and they're still to this day some of the best animes of all time. These are some of the best TV series of all time. And it's nice that I actually put Better Call Saul versus Breaking Bad, because I actually like Better Call Saul more, and I did a review on that with Dancing Sean. Let's look at my goals. Let's see if I did it. Rebuild House Fixhanzer. I don't think I'd done that. I hope I did, but I probably did not do that. You know what? Let me pop this up like this. Collab with other streamers. I actually did do that. I've collabed with multiple streamers, including Horns. Making Fixians or Fixarian, depending on how you want to pronounce it. History shorts. I have not done that. That is a goal I actually still want to do. I am going to keep to that. I want to put YouTube shorts, on YouTube. Let's see. These are like kind of the categories of games I play. So I've kept to that. I play RPGs, horrors, and action games a lot. My action games are obviously like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. I've been playing Fairy Tail with RPGs and Final Fantasy. You could consider that, even though it's more of an MMO. And I played Amnesia and a couple of other terrifying games. Actually, October is this month, so I'll be playing a whole pack of horror games. Evil Within is on that category. I haven't beat that game, so I'm going to go back and hopefully beat that. No, I will beat that. It's not a question. It's a fact. Let's see what else is on this category. We have tabletop RPG. It's something I still want to do. I would love to do that with Horns and Lorak. I don't know if we will, but I would absolutely love doing that. History shorts. Do a show review. I've actually done that with Dancing Sean. And if you're on Sundays / Mondays, me and Horns pretty much do this a lot. Like, we just talk about shows or anime or just anything that's TV related / anything else. We have a wheel that pretty much makes us talk. If we don't talk, we die. It's a pretty powerful wheel. History shorts I really haven't done. I kind of categorize that as the making the shorts in general. And I think that's it. Obviously there's a Twitter and all that. So yeah, this is oh my god, there's my scary face. I consider that, like my goals overall, I've at least completed more than half, and I felt pretty good about that. Keep talking about nothing explodes. Yeah, that defines Sunday. Absolutely, 100% defines Sunday. So let's see. Look at all these fun shorts. Is there any blast from the past that you would want me to recap, Horns? Like one of our Elden Rings experiences. Actually, my very first Dark Souls was terrifying, and I hated every moment of this boss, but everyone laughed at me. So it's probably a good success. Ooh. Forgot about the intro.
All right, I'm carrying this. Oh god.
So yeah. I'm pretty sure Kinos isn't. Yep, there's Kinos. This is the first time Kinos was
really
shown in the in my streams. What to say?
I keep getting some of these buttons mixed up.
You actually parried him to death. Yeah, I know. It was awesome.
Which it's a blast.
There are a lot of good. There really are a lot of good moments.
Some game I played in the past that I'm not
so
familiar with.
This is the very first boss of Dark Souls 3, and I was obviously, like I said, really rusty about this game. So going into this,
of course.
It was an experience. I want to say I died 20 times. Like, look how good I'm doing in this fight now. Man, I am awesome. Shit, I have to admit, this run's pretty good. I usually die on my first hit. Oh, shit. I remember one of the issues I had is I'm not really good at dodging. You know, like I remember this battle, I was dodging and not attacking. Oh, look at my beautiful screen. What was that? He tricked me. Damn. How am I still alive? I'm pretty impressed. I'm waiting to get one-shotted in this fight. I go through all this trouble. And then maybe I you know, it looks like I'm gonna survive. What's up? Is this where I fall off? Okay, no, good. And there we go. There we go. And at that moment, I realized I'm never gonna beat this boss. I might as well just jump off a cliff and commit suicide.
I am going to freaking let him fall off with me. Will that work?
No. Don't think happy thought, my old self. Remember that dark and depressing thought
is open.
Remember that you must commit suicide and you'll never come back again.
No. Please July.
So, okay, I think the moment I'm so good. I defeated him. Let's see, where was it? Because it was a pretty powerful moment. Nope, it's not that moment.
But
wait, where?
Oh, got it.
Oh, was I psyching myself out? Was that the actual final time I beat him? I got turned around. Oh, nope. Oh, maybe it was the last time. Oh, bad luck. Huh. I beat him a lot faster than I thought. It only took an hour. That's pretty impressive. I thought it took 2 hours. So he goes into crazy form. What the hell? I'm quite impressed with myself. Yeah, I thought I was gonna die right there. I thought I was gonna die right there. Oh yeah, I forgot I was using a sorcerer build. Wow, he is so hard. I'm so close. I'm so close. Remember how it took me one? Yeah, I remember.
Thank you.
It was terrible. I was like 3 or 4 bosses or 5 bosses. You're like, I'll be there in an hour, and he was. Orange. You're evil. That's all.
Oh, that was stupid.
See, Keenus was there the whole. Oh, wait, that's not Keenus. That's Foster. Okay, this Foster person was there the whole time. How sweet of him. He was there to the end. I know Keenus was also there, but I breathe. I enter, and the monster looks at me again and says, "You will die." And I tell him, "I will not die. You will die. You better bow down on your feet and worship me because you're about to die in this battle." And he's like, "No, I will not die. I've killed you at least 20 times. You better give up and jump off that cliff." I'm not evil. I'm a gamer. Oh, really? Then explain how you weren't there the very first moment when I entered. That's just evil watching me go through this over and over again until I die and die and die. Until I lose my mind. My hope of sense. Because I fell asleep.
Jesus! He still hit me!
You're right, I didn't ask you. I think I eventually I was like, you're like, we somehow got brought up that Dark Souls, I was playing it, and you're like, whoa, wait, I need to play this game. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I honestly didn't expect you to like stick with me weirdly the whole time. I thought like some weeks we'd have like issues, you know. Oh, look at that! I beat him.
Oh,
I beat him finally. It took me only an hour. Okay, 56 minutes to be specific. Pretend to, please. You're right. The next battle was terrifying and it made me depressed. And I wanted to commit suicide even more. It's not even in the stream. That's fine because we don't care. Where am I? Okay. What's this stream? What's this stream? It's the same stream. What's this stream? Okay. But yeah, good old reminiscing over old stuff. It is great. Great. Give me one sec. Do you have any questions? Well, I mean, you pretty much know all the answers. But you missed my fiance Hermelin come on. She was at the very beginning of the stream. So obviously, if you missed it, it's like the first 5 minutes. It's really, really short. You know, we managed to get her to contact me through via tower that she is stuck on. And well, we got to hear a little bit of words from her. She's not very pleased with me when it came right down to it. And then she hung up. It was sad. Orange, you don't have Splunky, right? Splunky 2. It's an independent game made by I don't know who. Well, I think you did suggest something. What was the game? I mean, I obviously need people to play with. Oh, I'm going back to that screen. Whee! Also, if you want to join me in chat, Horns, you can. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, you're saying a game that would be fun or decent. Something about like Pictionary or something like that.
Oh, well, I also thought there'd be more people.
I know, it's depressing. That's all right. I mean, we can still play or something.
Well, like, it's gonna be weird if it's just the two of us.
Well, there could be another game. It doesn't have to just be that. Okay, let me see what games are out there. What's freaking multiplayer in the first place? That's short. That's kind of an important factor.
Right now, I'm just running through weeklies because it's weeklies reset in 2 hours. I'm like, I might as well just run through.
Oh yeah.
Before they reset on Genshin.
That's fair. That's completely fair. I don't have too many multiplayer games. I mean, I have like Among Us.
I should mention to you that in Genshin,
Huh?
there is a new quest. There's a new mission. I had to mute the stream so I wasn't hearing myself.
That is fine. Yeah, no, understandable.
It's in Mondstadt.
Oh.
Flea,
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
and
It's really cute, I assume.
can do it.
Okay. I'll have to wait. How long is this? Is it like a couple of weeks?
It ends on the 17th.
Okay. I can do it next week. Good. That's a huge factor. Yeah.
I've heard it is long.
I've heard it's long.
I was planning on doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, doing some of it tomorrow, so
Yeah.
all done.
Nice.
But to do it, you have to have completed the Razor quest line, and you needed to complete Prologue Chapter 3, where you beat Dvalin. The
Okay.
dragon.
Yeah. Basically, beginning of Mondstadt stuff, or Arc 1, I call it.
Yep.
Here, let's make it while we figure out maybe a game to play. Maybe let's ask each other questions and see how much we actually know of each other. I think that'd be kind of fun. I mean, I feel like we should know each other pretty well, but you never know. So, first question for me: where the heck did you get your hoodie?
I have a friend.
Huh?
Who is an artist who I commissioned to make it.
Ah,
She's a VTuber. She is a elf maiden by the name of Spectissa.
I see. Oh, that's actually really cool. I mean, it's a cute little hoodie. Only covers, your top half, your bottom half. That's another question. Why don't you have pants?
Wouldn't you not wear pants if you could do that?
No, I wear shorts.
But wouldn't if you could go without wearing pants, wouldn't you?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not Gura.
But not having pants is freeing.
Also, my sister says that's like disgusting. She doesn't like it.
Well, she's wrong.
Well, she's wrong.
It's very freeing.
Okay. Question for me. From you, obviously.
Let's see. I gotta think.
I know. It's challenging.
What is your 5th favorite video game soundtrack of all time?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because I know what your favorite is, and I know what a couple, like maybe your second or third is. What's your 5th?
Oh, well, for one, what is my first? I'm curious.
Well, I would say your first would probably be like Chrono Trigger or like from one of the Final Fantasy games.
That's probably true. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, Nier I know is up there.
Oh, yeah,
But no, let's see. That's a good one because I have to actually really think about that. Well, obviously. So yeah, like Nier hits the feeling of I mean, in actuality that game's pretty depressing, but I don't know why, but I tend to gravitate toward liking songs or melodies that are more serious or down. Maybe because I'm so happy always. It triggers like a different emotion for me that I really enjoy because I don't get depressed about it. I just think it's beautiful. That's I know why I not like Nier. Chrono Trigger and some of the Final Fantasies. They have like such a simple melody a lot of the times. Like they may not necessarily be an amazing score. Don't get me wrong, they are really good scores, but like it's that melody that really captivates me and brings me back to the time I played it. But obviously those are like the top ones. Now actually, does this include this would include everything like movies and maybe stuff I've heard in general, like outside, right?
Video games.
Oh, you just say video. Okay, I had to think about it.
I am gonna make it a little harder than just of anything. Gotta be specific.
Huh. No, I want to pull up a list. I'm pulling up, see if I'm like missing something off the top of my head.
Well, like the reason I know you like the Final Fantasy stuff is because they follow what I call you could call the John Williams theorem, or you could call it the early game video game, or the early video game paradigm.
Yeah.
Basically, they had a simple musical structure to help you remember the music by
Yes.
having one main line with a little bit of backing.
I got it, by the way. I don't know why I did The Last of Us. At least the first soundtrack, or the first game.
Last of Us is your 5th favorite.
Okay. So when I played this game, I remember distinctly hating the music. I mean, I was like, why are they putting the soundtrack in this game? And it like mind boggled me. And when I finished the game, I realized the soundtrack is genius. Like, because it gives you a certain feeling without you even realizing it. And now I'm including like the whole score, you know, it's something I would not typically not listen to, but they just did such an awesome job with that soundtrack, you know, because I'm trying to think of like how to pinpoint what it is like, because it's like country, but it's not country at all, you know, like folk, I guess I'm more thinking of, because there's like a certain soul to that game music.
It's acoustic.
Yeah. But it's just beautiful. In such a, you know, devastating environment. Like I said, they capture the feelings of like characters and all that really well with that the music in that game.
It's post-apocalyptic acoustic.
That's interesting. So yeah, you know, I at least I would consider that in like, you know, maybe 5 to 6, 7, you know, somewhere around there. Because it, like I said, the fact that I hated the music and then I winded up loving the music says something about that score.
Well, it's because, so the real term that you're looking for is it's melancholic.
I've heard that term.
Melancholy is a feeling of depression and sadness, and music is one of the best ways to convoke that in any medium. And once you've played a game and start really getting into it, the music, a good melancholic song can really evoke the feeling of just sadness into you.
Yeah, no, I think that's
And the reason you probably didn't like it is because, well, you weren't really in the world. You weren't really like zoned into the game yet. You're just kind of like, this isn't me. I'm not like a depressed person. I don't know if you actually do suffer from depression or not.
Yeah.
But like, at least at the time you were playing it, you're like, I'm not really depressed right now, so this music doesn't really gel with me.
Mm-hmm.
The people that do have chronic depression or have bipolar disorder where they can switch emotions on a dime, that music vibes and resonates with them. And the people that actually get into the game and start like feeling like the characters and really empathizing with them, that's when the music starts hitting.
Yeah. Also, you know, another fair point with The Last of Us, it's a zombie game that could have been done, you know, because like there was The Walking Dead and like, you know, all these like other apocalyptic games, and so I didn't know if I could trust the game, maybe even subconsciously. So, you know, as I played it, I realized no, this game is incredible. Like, you know, they did such a good job with it. Like I got vulnerable with the game basically when it came down to it. I allowed myself to get vulnerable because the game was so good, and I realized the game was good. So, but yeah, no, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't think I would have chosen that. Like, it's good, but I wouldn't have chosen it as my 5th favorite.
Mm.
I mean, anybody that knows me knows Legend of Zelda is my number 1. There is nothing that tops Legend of Zelda music. It is or at least video game music. Preferencing video game music, nothing tops anything made in the Legend of Zelda series.
You know, that brings me to, you know, I don't know where this would fall, but I love Mario music. It's another one of those like simple melodies, but like even in the 64, like that became more than just a melody. They did more with the game, music wise. And going back to that positive feeling, that game is very positive. Like it's an upbeat game. The
tone is shifted. It's not meant to make you feel depressed.
Exactly.
It's meant to make you feel good.
Yeah.
It's a casual video game. Maybe
Yeah.
just go there for a good time.
And
Zelda is always adventurous and powerful.
Yeah, I actually would probably put that higher than 5 for me. Also, like Zelda, because I loved Now I haven't played some of the newer ones. When I say newer, it's actually still really old. But like the 64 ones, I never really got invested into. It's not like because I didn't want to play them. I just never got around to it. And I remember getting. I got a 64 still. Well, I may like emulate them, with a Switch or something.
If you have a GameCube or if you have a Nintendo DS or 3DS, I have the remakes on the DS, and I have all of them on GameCube.
That's good.
Also play on Wii.
Yeah, and I feel like I would want to play it on my TV setup versus a portable. It's a different feeling, obviously, when you see it on the different side screens. But yeah, the Link to the Past. That's a flawless score. It's very simple in a lot of ways, but it's not. It's probably one of the more complicated Super Nintendo scores of its time, and I could be wrong on that, but I feel like it has to be. I don't know.
Actually, one of the reasons why it's so complicated is it actually implements something that Beethoven created.
Oh.
In, his musical theory structure. It's like, so one of the things you have to understand about Beethoven is Mozart and Beethoven are two of the biggest geniuses of the Baroque period. Mozart had all of his stuff down to a T when it came to the science of and math of how he made music. But Beethoven was raw and energetic, but every piece that Beethoven made changed the shape of music forever. Like nowadays you might not hear it as much because of how much it changed, but before Beethoven, just music wasn't made like that.
It's true. That's very true. I remember hearing that.
Huge. It was epic. It was powerful music that was just not really heard of at the time.
Yeah. Almost could be like it's like it was soulful, and like a lot of, I feel like I could see a lot of people not putting a lot of real emotion into it. It's just like, specific, on point.
It's the layering and the structure that was just so unique to Beethoven.
Oh yeah.
And they adapted a lot of that for The Legend of Zelda. It's really kind of hard to explain without having like an actual music degree and like explaining a lot of terms.
Yeah. I'm at, yeah.
It's really fascinating the way they mess around with key signatures, timestamps, and time signatures, and chord structure. So yeah, in the original Legend of Zelda game, it was very simple, but going forward, they started adapting Baroque techniques developed by Beethoven to really deepen the music of Legend of Zelda.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Sorry, huge music nerd.
Yeah.
And I have to geek out about it because it's just such cool details that people don't think about.
Right. I know another soundtrack I like to listen to a lot was Resident Evil 1 and 2. Like I'm talking about old, not the remakes. Don't get me wrong, the remakes are really good. But and I think they do obviously they remake the audio or whatever. But the original is just something about that isolation type of feeling that they implemented in the game, the music that I just loved. It really made me feel hopeless but hopeful.
That's fair. Yeah, I was working my way down to my 5th because I'm like, I have to think about this now.
Yeah.
Like Legend of Zelda, number 1, hands down, no questions. Number 2 is probably Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I figured that one was going to be up there for you.
Number 3, Undertale. That music is stupidly phenomenal.
Uh-huh.
Now, I could go number 4 and like cheese out and say something like Guitar Hero or something, but I try to avoid music games when I talk about my favorite music.
No, that's fair because that's like it's a copy from the original material, you know, original music. So it's not a score.
Yeah, and I also try to avoid games based on movies or movie products. So like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, their music comes straight from the movies. So the music
Huh.
is phenomenal in those
Yeah.
games, but I don't count those because that's not fair.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. You know, I guess if a game is made into a movie, that doesn't count because it was a game first, like Mortal Kombat. You know,
It does count because it's the video game's music came first. But
that's
if
what I
a
meant.
movie
Yeah,
has iconic music,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
they're going to include that in the game, and that's just not fair.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Episode 3, you hear like when you're fighting in the final battle of the game is a huge long battle of Obi-Wan versus Anakin,
Uh-huh.
and they replay Duel of the Fates like a million times. And that music is top tier.
Right.
So I cannot include those things. So number 4, I would probably have to go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I included this number 4. I wish this was higher on the list, but like the others I can't say. But number 4, Genshin Impact.
Oh, yeah.
Because that music is phenomenal. Agedaha's battle theme and like Zhongli and Raiden's video trailers.
Uh-huh.
Those songs I have on repeat on my playlist. Those are phenomenal pieces of music.
Uh-huh.
They just recently had a Genshin concert, and that was amazing. I posted about it in your Discord.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so number 5. Look, I don't want to go too far off on a tangent on it. Number 5, Fire Emblem. I don't know if you listened to the.
I haven't, so I can't even. I don't know. Now I know it's an RPG. Who makes it? What company makes that game?
Nintendo.
Okay, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking like Capcom in my head. I don't know why. Ooh, that reminds me of Mega Man. I love the music in that, but
Pretty good music.
yeah,
It'd probably be number 6, but I'd have to say.
or at least in the top 10. You know, like maybe even 8, 9, or 10. But I love Mega Man music.
Inside of Nintendo, it's Koei Tecmo.
Okay.
But and like I could also go with like Persona, and like Persona probably number 6. And then like there's so much good music in video games. It's so hard to choose. Like having a specific listing, but like I have my order and I know exactly where I want to put the things. Past 5, it's a crapshoot. There's too much good music that I don't want to try to list.
Yeah,
it's too hard to.
that's fair.
Putting Fire Emblem at number 5, easily solidified because Fire Emblem music is phenomenal. Fire Emblem is a game about character. It's a game about interactions, and it's a game about life.
Mhm.
It's you have to organically learn how people communicate, which makes the game so much fun. I tell the story a lot, but when I was first playing through Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which is easily one of the best Fire Emblem games of all time, for the GameCube, and it's probably in my top 10 games of all time, maybe somewhere up there. But there was a battle. There was this one unit who was so powerful. He almost like every time I'd send a unit, which by the way, in Fire Emblem, there's usually a bunch of weak units that you have to go through, and all of your units are really strong. But like after fighting so many of a unit, your unit gets really low, and if you're not rotating units or being careful with it, units can die. And in Fire Emblem, if a character dies, they're dead for good, and they're dead for the rest of the game.
Ooh, I love that.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, Tactics did that. Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. Now, in the newer Fire Emblem games, there's an option where you can either have it in classic mode where they perma die, or you could turn that off so that way you don't have to worry about people dying. But like, no. We're doing this.
Yeah, it tells a story in itself.
Exactly. It makes the story more interesting.
Hmm.
And so, like, most of the time there's not really powerful units, and then they have boss units where boss units are very tough, but of course like every one of your units is a boss unit, so it usually isn't that bad. But there was this one guy who was in my way and he was killing all my guys. I was having to send every single person at him to try to kill him because he was so tough. And I'm like, oh my god, everyone's gonna die. And of course, if the main character is nearby, a unit will target them, and I placed my units wrong, so he had a straight path to the main character. I'm like, shoot, what am I gonna do? Because my main character wasn't that strong at that point, and I'm like, I can't send him for. But so I'm like, okay, maybe the main character will pull some bullshit and be able to kill him because he was at like one hit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Put the main character forward. Talk option. Some named units can be talked to by other named units, and you can convert them to your team.
Okay.
And I was like, I've been in this fight for almost 2 hours, and I could have just had the main character talk to him and convert him to our team.
Oh, interesting.
But, oh my gosh, was that such a powerful moment, because I'm like, I get this dude on my team? Fuck yeah. Then, of course, because he was at 1 HP and I converted him, the main boss of the map, who had bullshit magic powers, attacked him and killed him in one hit because he only had 1 HP. And I'm like, I gotta reset the whole mission to do this all over again. But
Wow.
I did it because I wanted that unit on my team.
That's awesome. Hey, Bush, how's it going? Still at school, but heck yeah.
But yeah, so,
Tell your school I said hey.
And then Fire Emblem Three Houses. So like all of the like main character interactions in Fire Emblem are always very interesting and very cool. But then like some of the side stuff isn't as interesting usually.
Okay.
Fire Emblem's Path of Radiance has some good side character interactions, but they're not as good.
Hmm.
In Fire Emblem Three Houses, all of the side character interactions are so interesting and so good.
Oh, all right. That's the one that Kiara was playing, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
So that if you ever do want to play a Fire Emblem game, that's a very good entry into the series. So another thing about Fire Emblem games, none of them are connected, pretty much.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about, oh well, I have to play them in order so I get the lore. No.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, if you played Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 7, they don't connect. So
I think the only one that actually connects is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance into Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. That's the only direct sequel ever in Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's cool though.
But yeah, so many good moments in those games.
No, yeah. If you didn't know, Bush, we're just asking each other questions. It's just this one actually.
All right, so that huge tangent off of my question. What's your next question?
I feel like my questions are going to be so simple. I'm like, why do you have one tooth?
I don't have one tooth.
Why does this?
I have a whole row of teeth.
Are they hiding?
That's my piercing teeth. That's my tooth I used to pierce things. It's like a knife.
Wait, would you pierce me with that tooth?
Why? Am I attacking you?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't think I am.
Oh, okay.
It's made for attacking things.
I see.
Opening things.
By the way, that was really not my question. That was Akadi's question. I just had to add. Are you happy, Akadi? Are you really happy now? I don't know what that even means. All right. But no. Let's see. What's a good question? Oh, this one's an interesting one. Let's see if you. The very first time you streamed with me, do you think you've grown from that point to this point? And why?
That is a good question. I see life as a series of opportunities for personal improvement.
Mm-hmm.
If I do not see myself improving where I currently am, then I feel like I am not correctly living.
Okay.
And I feel like, at least in this past year, I have grown a lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I would say that things have grown.
That's good.
Now, Are there things that I wish I could do better or learn how to do better? Absolutely.
No, I agree with that too.
Absolutely not. But life is a constant stream of information, and you have to be able to ride that information to learn new things. Otherwise, life will be boring and stagnant.
No, that I agree with that also. I want to find something really fast. I want to see if I get to see it right now. Someone, okay, this is it. Oh, once it so in my streams in the past, like, so I was streaming. I started with the layout that you saw on Cozy Grove, where me and my sister were on the bottom half of the screen, like the bottom right or bottom left, whatever that. But anyways, and you can see the whole screen, like you can see the whole game. But then, let me put this on screen. Let's go back over here to this screen. My stream started looking like this, where I had me on each side. Actually, it's kind of funny because you're on one side at this particular moment. But like my sis would be over here or orange, and then I would be over here, and then my screen would be this tiny little thing. And people were like baffled by that. And this is like one of those things that it's like a trial and error. I had technical issues where I had a black screen. Like normally I have a blue screen. Like right now I have a blue screen, so you should be able to see through my background. But during this time period, for some reason my blue screen wasn't working, or my green screen. So I had to paint the background black so it looked like I was see-through, and then I had to shrink the screen down so the screen could basically be seen. Extremely annoying. I found out it was some simple technical button that I had to hit in Streamlabs or the other program I use, VTube Studio. And that's just things I realize you just like learn as you like are streaming or just in life, when you're like doing a job or something. Sometimes you like are doing something that's not optimal, or we're just doing wrong. It may be working right one moment, but then it's not working. You just have no clue why. And these were one of those moments, which was really embarrassing because I know a lot of people did not like this, including me. But eventually I figured it out after months of this. So, but I bring that up. It's a random thing that I don't think anybody really knew, or a lot of people did not know.
Nice.
Back to the screen. I use now actually Streamlabs OBS Prime, which I highly recommend. It does cost money, but they have these awesome scenes and layovers and transitions all within those packages of that
That's
Prime.
Cool. I prefer to support companies that aren't scumbags.
Wow. No, I know your feelings on Streamlabs versus OBS.
Now, I agree. Streamlabs is exponentially better for its simplicity than original OBS. But Streamlabs really did OBS super dirty by basically just copying all their stuff and then just re-releasing it as their own thing, but then making people pay for it.
No, I agree with that. Even if I use Streamlabs, even though at the time I didn't know that. But it's unfortunate that like companies can do that and basically make a profit.
Do I think that Streamlabs is better than OBS? Yeah, kinda. Like, I also don't agree with their business practices, so I try as much as I really would like to use it because it's so simple, I try not to.
I may have, like, if at the beginning knew that, I would probably have chosen OBS, OBS Studio over Streamlabs OBS. But since I made the transition and got my setup done, it's a lot harder to do. I'm not saying I couldn't, but like it's a lot harder. And
that's fair. All right. My next question for you.
Huh?
What is your favorite non-mainstream, non-series book?
I think it would be The Shack. It's torn.
Really?
I actually I like The Shack.
That's the, it's by,
It's a Christian book.
say Howard Shore, but it's like Howard something. Hold on. I'm gonna
Yeah, I have to think about that for a sec. It's been a while since I read that book. It's definitely it is a Christian book. That was about a guy who lost someone and goes to a shack to basically confront God.
I know you're. Oh, William P. Young. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I know the book. I've read the book.
Yeah. I was shocked by the book, and I thought
Very interesting.
the interpretation of how they deal with God was really fascinating. And yeah, for one, it's a pretty easy read. Like it's not like super complicated, and it's a short book. But it made me think a lot in good ways, and I felt like actually a lot of the beliefs that they were telling in the book, I personally believe myself. And maybe the book's wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but I just thought they did it tastefully in the book. So
That's fair.
there's another book. I wish it technically not. It's more of a learning book. It's a film book. I think it's called Directing Actors. I think that's the book name. But it's
That's more of a textbook.
it is a textbook. It's still independent. It was made by somebody. You know, it's a short book, but the ideas of filmmaking or film writing are really, really well done in that book. I've read it twice because I love it so much.
That's fair.
And I still consider it indie. You know, like I said, because it's text, but it's not. And like I said, I could be getting the name wrong too, because it's been a while since I've read that book, but that's good. What's yours?
I never thought that the book that you liked most would be a book that I'd actually read. I've read both of those, but
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of books that I really enjoy that are not part of a series,
Mhm.
which like it's also like I could say Cyrano de Bergerac, but that's a play, so I don't count that.
Okay. I never even heard of it, but
And also people have brought to light something that I never picked up while reading the book. I don't know how I didn't pick up on it, but
Mhm.
it does make it a slightly more creepy. The guy that the main character is in love with is his cousin.
huh.
Now, nothing ever comes of that relationship,
Uh-huh.
but that does slightly dampen how much I like the book, which really sucks. I've been trying to scrub that information from my brain.
Right.
Just be like, just think of it as the romance novel that it is. Don't like literally if they had not included that information, it makes the story just 50 times better. Like, but no, I think the book that I'd have to go with would either have to be Going Bovine or Little Brother. So
Little Brother.
really impacted me more as a person.
It's not like a kid's book. That's an actual book, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a story about a guy who joins a LARP event, and in the middle of the LARP event, was a quote unquote terrorist attack.
Ooh.
And everyone that was there got captured and taken to like a Guantanamo Bay like area,
Huh?
waterboarded and tortured.
Interesting.
Eventually got let go.
Damn.
But but that kind of stuff not just kind of like introduced me to what LARPing is. I'm like, LARPing, that sounds awesome. But
Yeah.
not just like D&D LARPing, but there's like
Yeah, there's different types of LARPing. Hey, Kinos. Oh, thank you. Thank you for happy birthday. I actually mentioned you on when you very first caught me on stream. I actually pinpointed it too on one of the Dark Souls 3. But yeah, continue, Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, it really it also introduced me to like programming. I'm like, oh, programming, that sounds interesting. So, but going bovine. So you know how the shack is complicated, it challenges your ideas of the world.
Yeah.
Going bovine is that, but it makes you question both the writer and your own sanity
Ooh.
because it's so batshit crazy and stupid. I'm sorry, but a lawn gnome is the reincarnation of Balder, while a guy is dying of mad cow disease, has sex with an angel, and kind of does all this other weird shit. The book is absolutely batshit insane. it's
Sounds like it.
not deep or thought provoking. It's absolutely dumb, and I can't believe that the book even exists. And the only reason I know it exists is because I had to read it for high school project.
Huh.
And I'm like, why am I having to read this book? What? Like other people are reading Catch 22 and Catcher in the Rye, and here I am reading this book about a guy dying of mad cow disease while he's like, what the fuck? It's just so bizarre. So yeah, I guess I'd have to rather go with Little Brother just to sound more eloquent about it.
Mhm.
God damn, did Going Bovine just fuck my brain up?
Yeah.
Just like how stupid and
That's interesting.
it was.
Also, Kinos, just to let you know, my fiance was on earlier today, like the first 5 minutes. If you want to go back to that at some point, you could hear her voice and what she has to say about me. All right. Who is it? My turn for a question?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. We're doing it right now. All right. So, what do I want to know? Actually, before we answer that, Kinos or Bush, do you have any questions for me, Akadi, or Orange? Well, I think of a question.
Nobody has questions for me.
I meant they could. They could be wondering the same thing I asked the very first time I asked you on, this stream. Oh, why is Akadi so cool? Well, there's a little thing that you don't know. She's not. Okay, fine.
Okay, I explained that earlier. Not wearing pants is very freeing.
I told you they were going to ask. That was what I asked.
And I have to quote someone from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Pants are an illusion, and so is death.
Wow. All right. Maybe this is more of a recent thing that just happened, like within the last week, but it's a little bit of promoting. But what are your thoughts on the White Shorts Hollow Live set?
The newest one, or
The newest one, the one that just came out this last week.
I am a little frustrated by it. I got my 5 boxes in, and I got nothing
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry.
I was very disappointed. I didn't get a single of the SPs.
Did you get at least like the Ian girls, like Gura or Kiara, Kali?
I already had a Kali, and I did not get a Gura.
Oh.
Or an Ina. I am missing about half the characters. I have filled my binder with all the characters I have.
Ooh.
So I have all the foils there, and then I have a common of each of the ones I don't have as a placeholder.
That's actually a good idea.
Except for La Plus. Because I have her in a separate location because she's actually still worth money by herself as a common.
Ah, right.
But the actual Hololive set was like easily just the best set out of any card game I've ever played.
Ooh, that's awesome.
There has never been another card game in history that has released 7 structure decks. That's not like speed duels because I don't count that. That doesn't.
I know what you mean. No, it's insane that they did this.
Created 7 structure decks so that each of the characters has like their own cool things that they can do.
Yep.
And then has a huge set that has nothing to do with any of the trial decks. Like most of the time, trial decks have reprints of cards within the main set, maybe with alternate arts.
Mhm.
Unlike, or just be Yu-Gi-Oh, where like half of it is reprints, and or like 90% of it's reprints, and there's a couple new cards. But like all of 7 of the trial decks are all completely new cards, and then the main set are all completely different cards that all do different things.
That's cool. I think also it's like insane how so normal when like any game, it doesn't have to just be white shorts. But no game usually has a ton of SPs. It's really rare that they do. Bang Dream was one of them. You know, I want that out there. But this has, God, how many SPs were? It was insane. It's all the girls have an SP.
Yeah, no, every single girl has an SP. Every single girl has a common, the foil, and the SP.
Now, when we say SP, these are expensive cards that the VTubers signed. Not the newest set, but like this in general. Like there's our sets in general. You know, so like Gura. Well, actually, Gura doesn't have a signature one right now. But you know, Karone, she got to sign her card, and you know, then they. It's just a cool, really cool and awesome way to give back to the community and have fun with this, you know, this game.
Something I noticed. Coco isn't in the premium booster.
She's not?
She's not.
I don't
Rukia is.
Yes.
Is, but Coco's not.
Well, Russia did leave a little bit later. Not much later, but still a little bit later. That's interesting.
I was like, oh.
I thought about that actually. I was like thinking, where's Coco? But I just assumed I never got her.
No, I was going through and making sure I had every single one down. There are a couple I don't have either of.
Interesting.
It was Koyori.
I know, poor Russia. But you can see her in what's the Visojo. Yep. I assume you know that, Kinos, but if you didn't, she is there. It's just not Russia.
She's Nazuna.
Yes. I love her eye color. I'm a little biased because my eye color is also very similar. You know, 2 different colors.
Dude, so you want to know what's funny? As Nazuna, she gets more viewership than she did.
Sorry, it's not Russia. It's Boing Boing Angel.
True. But like that's one of the things that's really cool about it. Nazuna is getting more viewership than Russia ever did.
That's good. Now, part of it may be the fact that like people.
Every other stream, she breaks down crying. She's like, "Your guys' support is too much."
Oh, that's awesome. But when it's like someone gets laid off, people may not have known who she was, start knowing who she is, and then she pops up in another channel. I wonder how much that has impacted that. But also, it's a different company. They advertise differently. She has a great design, and you know her new design is. I didn't even know it was her until you said it. I was like, oh, I thought that was like an independent VTuber. The design I meant, you know, and then you're like, nope, that is Russia. I'm like, and she works for this, and I'm like, okay, that makes way more sense.
But that was, oh my god, it was so much fun getting to be in some of her streams. It like there, if you ever had a doubt, it was Russia in your mind. There's no doubt.
And also, I think that was like another factor that people were worried, like Russia, you know, this will be her peak. She won't be able to do anything else, you know, like big maybe. So for her to succeed in something else is awesome. It's from how she fell out, I should say, in Hololive, you know, to this. It's good. It's awesome when it comes down to it. It's like everyone knew Coco was going to be fine, you know, because she left fine. And then obviously now she's just as popular, famous, you know. So.
What's weird is the girls from Vshoujo get a lot more attention than the girls from Hololive.
That was a big jump.
But like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like people like Iron Mouse and
yes.
Silverveil.
Well,
is.
It's weird, but like, aren't they like technically an American company?
Well, yes, they are, but like in terms of viewership, in terms of like the money that they get,
Mhm.
they're making more than the Hololive girls are. Now, it might just be choice of platform,
Yeah. Also,
but
there's no limitations in a weird way. Like Hololive, obviously they get paid really well, but like still through a company and still through a Japanese company, and so there's restrictions that are that they have to go through. Well, in America, it's a little bit more free, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know if I wonder if that has something to do with it.
but like Mousy made national news getting a tenth of the subs that Gura has. Gura has over 4 million subscribers.
It is insane.
And Iron Mouse did a subathon event
Huh?
where she was a non-stop subathon for, I want to say it was like a month and a half. It was
A long time. He was not an EN streamer. Oh, yeah. No, that I do know that. Yeah, about the she was not an EN streamer. She's the first Japanese channel featured.
Okay, sorry. So it was 31 days straight, non-stop, and she got. I just had it open. Why did I close it? But I want to say it was like 400,000 subscribers.
Now that's also a difference. They are different platforms. There's Twitch versus YouTube, and sometimes things on Twitch are like doing
1,818.
like doing something like that. You typically don't see that on YouTube. Even Hololive members who go for a good bit of time, they don't have the tools, I feel like, to do something like that. As like it's almost like pushed on Twitch to do subathons.
Corona could easily do it. Did you forget about the time she?
No, I that's why I kind of was like leaning, because I know she's an exception, but well, she is an exception. She's a freaking goddess.
Streamed for literal 72 hours straight, and management literally went to her house and turned the stream off. She's like, "No, go the fuck to bed now." So she took a nap, woke up 8 hours later, and she's like, starts streaming. He's like, "Hi guys, I wanted to see you as soon as possible. Sorry for the abrupt end of stream. Manager-san came in and said no."
That's just adorable in itself, and I can see her saying that, like in her voice.
Yeah, but no. So one of the things is that YouTube has better monetization options than Twitch does.
Yeah.
Kind of. But the problem is discoverability is not as good on YouTube. You can't host people or raid people.
Exactly.
Could you imagine if like somebody was just streaming and all of a sudden PewDiePie just raided them?
Well, it's funny.
PewDiePie raids them with 1 million people. Like, oh my Jesus.
So I remember this is in Kiara's stream. This is like a year and a half ago. Like, this is when she was like newer. And people would raid her, say they raided her, from like another stream like Gura or Ina or something like that. And it actually straight up made her mad. She's like, stop doing that. That's rude. And it's basically the environment's different on YouTube. I had no clue what they were talking about too, because I didn't know what raiding was at the time. So I was like, this sounds rude. What is this? But it's just interesting. The cultures on the platforms do have just differences. And that could be good or it could be bad.
I think it's also just because I don't know. I feel like right now rating on YouTube's just not as positive. So
yeah,
YouTube viewership has nothing to do with, or like your ability to be subscribed and stuff has absolutely nothing to do with your viewership. So saying that you got rated is only there to get attention from the streamer.
Yeah.
Which some people still do that for attention.
YouTube doesn't have a good
Twitch disabled host
system and ways to connect channels to each other. Yep.
Yeah. So like if you have less than 5 viewers
Mhm.
on a raid or a host,
Yeah.
it won't get notified.
Huh.
Like it won't notify the streamer that you did that. Like you might get a little notification in chat saying, "Hey, they're raiding," but you won't get like a notification.
Interesting. Yeah, I know there's also like Twitch is changing up some things. You know, some are for the better, some are for the worst. Actually, I feel like some of the worst things are for like the high end streamers on Twitch.
No, they're making a lot of mistakes for low end streamers too.
Oh, don't get me wrong, they are. I was referring to like monetization issues. But like, but there are some good things like payouts. You know, go from 100 to 50. So if you make $50 within a month on Twitch, you get the money versus having to wait until it accumulates to 100. I think that's a positive thing.
YouTube, you just get the money.
Well, you get the money if you are high enough. If you're, you know, like you still have to make, was it 1,000 viewers?
Not for memberships. Well, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to apply for the partner program, where you can start getting
A cut of $30. That's funny.
But you
Yeah, membership is rad.
money on YouTube.
Yeah.
I made money on YouTube. I have a couple videos that made it over 50,000 views, and you start making a little bit of money off that.
Hmm.
Now, it's pennies.
Yeah.
But it's even as small a channel as I only have 150 subscribers. I'm making some money off of it.
Right. That's interesting.
It's not much.
I think I make sure my things are all not monetized because I'm like scared of like getting a copyright and then striking, and then they take me down on YouTube because it's not my main, you know, it's not my focus. I put my VOD on there, but
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's definitely.
YouTube is slowly becoming a better platform.
Oh,
One of the things that pisses me off is Twitch does not care about you at all.
oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if you are one of the highest subscribed things or like one of the most followed channels.
Oh,
They don't celebrate you in any way, shape, or form.
that's true.
Whereas YouTube, they after 100K subscribers, they send you a plaque. After 1 million subscribers, they send you a plaque. 5 million a plaque. 10 million a plaque.
Mm.
And like, it's actually insane. Like the amount of cool stuff they send you for being a subscriber, for having a lot of subscribers, for making good content and stuff.
Yeah.
They incentivize being on YouTube way more, and they're slowly making streaming better on YouTube. And it's like, I'm sorry, just YouTube is starting to just.
Well, don't get me wrong. You know, I know Asmongold, you know, talks about this, you know, like he like watches stuff. But yeah, no, YouTube is becoming potentially the better platform to stream on in the long run.
You want to know the one thing that I think separates YouTube streams from Twitch streams that make them infinitely better, that not everybody implements, but the people that do, they are some of my favorite people to watch on YouTube for their live streams.
What?
There is a feature where you can pause their streams. Now, it doesn't pause on their end. It doesn't pause for chat. It pauses for you. And while it's paused, the live stream keeps going.
Yes. You can't do that on Twitch?
No, if you press pause on Twitch, the stream pauses, but then when you press play, it goes right back to live. But with when you implement it, it keeps going from where they stopped.
Yeah.
And you can fast forward to catch up with it.
I do remember that because you know, when I used to watch Gura a lot more a couple years ago, I remember that feature, and it threw me off at first. But yeah, I didn't realize that Twitch for some reason didn't have it. I guess I never really paused a live Twitch.
Well, like YouTube, it doesn't do it. There's not a lot of streamers.
YouTube will never be better because they don't have a dedicated stream only branch. Right now, they don't. I feel like they may in the long run.
Well,
maybe I'm wrong too, but you know,
having a lot of problems with like copyrights and trying to make sure that copyrights are good or benefit everybody and not just the consumer.
Yeah, it's Chroma. I'm on a break, but I can't hear anything. Place it's too loud. Oh, I'm screaming at you, Chroma. Chroma, hi, hi. Tell the people to shut the heck up so you can hear. Hey. Well, thank you, Chroma. That's so sweet. um, wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, YouTube. Oh, so sweet. Oh, there goes the other Akadis. Bye-bye, other Akadis. Bye-bye. What do you mean you're getting mad? Stop. Stop now. Okay.
So YouTube is growing as a streaming platform. I think that they definitely have. So also, I don't know if you know this. Ludwig was one of the most subscribed to and most watched people to stream on Twitch.
You're talking about the people that YouTube bought out and like made them go over to their platform? Oh, make that paid to go over to the platform. It's not really buyout. I mean, I guess you could argue that, but
So basically, he went to YouTube
Mhm.
and said, because he was streaming kind of on both and
Mhm.
testing out, and he said, went to YouTube and he said, hey, I'm thinking about just switching and just being full time on Twitch, not dealing with it. And
You mean YouTube or Twitch? Oh, switching to
YouTube and said I want to switch to Twitch.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Chroma. Thank you. I have to do a little song for you. Okay.
And YouTube's like, here, please stay. We have all these options for you, and we're continuing to make things better. And like they were kind of trying to fight to keep him. And then he
Interesting.
went to Twitch and said, "Hey Twitch, I'm thinking of switching to
You missed this.
YouTube to stream." And Twitch was just like, "Okay, goodbye."
Yeah, that's brutal. Like that's like things like that. You like Twitch needs to realize
it needs to value its content creators.
Yeah, like well, for one, Asmongold doesn't like. He doesn't get any money really, not like that off of Twitch. So it could piss off Twitch, but like overall, like he brings in a lot of people. If Iron Mouse like decided to switch over, she brings in a lot of people. Like you have to, like you said, you have to value these people because when they leave, there's a chance that they won't just lose them, but they'll lose the what do you call that? The group, the community. That's the word I'm thinking of. Community. I'm so jealous that you're all playing friend. Back at work I go. We are playing the party game of talk.
But so the thing is that for the longest time there was nothing that could compete with Twitch.
No, you're right, and you could still argue that like it is probably the best streaming game platform right now. YouTube obviously destroys it and everything else, because it is a multi-platform streamer type of thing. Not streamer, but video, whatever you want to call it.
I think YouTube is just first off, it's just too big to fail. Like it doesn't matter if the streaming.
Oh, absolutely.
Is as good as Twitch because they can survive. But
the
thing is that Twitch never had any competition.
Yep.
Mixer came out and started being competition for them because Mixer started working with companies like Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
You could stream straight from your console.
Right.
And it changed streaming. And then they added features on Mixer. Like you could have two streams going simultaneously at the same time. But like the streams are linked, so you could see chat from both streams for the streamer and the viewer, and so they'd both be on the screen at the same time, and you could be watching both perspectives of the stream at the same time. It was such an interesting mechanic, and you could have up to 4 people at the same time.
Right, that's insane.
And Twitch tried to do something like that, and it failed miserably. It sucked. So they got rid of it. The problem was Mixer spent money incorrectly. They spent too much money on getting Ninja to come over to their platform.
I heard about that, yeah.
Basically, what they should have done is had a much smaller amount say like, hey, we'll give you $1,000 to like some smaller not like super small content creators, but like content creators that were getting like couple hundred, maybe couple thousand views, and say, hey, we'll give you $1,000 or maybe even $10,000 if you'll come over to our platform.
Mm-hmm.
That way you get a lot more consistent viewers to come over and watch.
Oh,
Whereas
yeah.
one person can only pull so much attention, and also if he ever just quits streaming or does something really bad, then all that money just goes down the drain.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas if they had spread that money over hundreds of thousands of different creators, they could have expanded as a platform and become as big as Twitch, if not better.
Yeah.
So they fucked up.
They fucked.
They did. It's like that's just the fact.
Kinos and Bush, do you have? If we played a little party game, would you join? And actually, I think we should just do garlic phone if we do something, because it's like simple. Everyone could like just go to the website. It's silly. You don't have to take that long to investigate. Like we could do it for like a half an hour or something like that. And you can continue. To get a response.
I don't have much else to say.
Yeah.
I just think that the other big problem is just copyright. Like there's just too many problems with that system right now for any platform.
Same. I'm sitting on your bed. But yeah, no, it's interesting. The just hearing all that stuff. Let's see. What the heck is... Let me try to pull this up. I haven't been onto this in a while.
The first time you
Oh my God!
and your store
Be quiet.
is also the first time you realize
Well, we can do anything.
Oh, it's still happening. All right. Who's on the whose question is it anyways? Did you ask me something last? I can't remember. Or did I ask you something?
You go ahead and ask a question. I don't care either way.
Okay. I don't know if this is the right thing, but I think that's the right thing. Hopefully that's the right link to invite people. Let's see. So, oh, this is just not for you. This is for everyone. What game should I play next in general? So I have, option. Oh wait, that's right. It's freaking October month. Maybe playing like horror games. So I guess like some of the games I would be playing in horror wise would be Evil Within. I have to play that because I wanted to beat that. In general, I played that last year. But I have like other games that are on my list, and you guys could give insight if you want me to play it or not. There's Outlast. There's Soma. There's the next Amnesia game. I think it's called A Machine for Pigs. It could be Rebirth. I'm not sure which one's the second one. Amnesia. There is Dead Space 2 or 3. Actually, 3 would probably be better. That's a multiplayer game.
I don't follow
Horror games
because it's not fun.
They're so much fun.
Games.
I think those were some of the top ones for what I have. I guess I could do a poll really fast. Let me pull up my thingy.
Like, how many people do you need to make a Gartic phone lobby? Like,
I think 2 technically. I don't know. Silly, but because you could. I wonder if you go back and forth between the 2. No, that would be silly. That wouldn't make sense. Let's see. I'm making the poll right now. 2 schema. And like you said, I know you don't care about it, but maybe, hopefully, they'll put some insight into this. Yes. I don't even know what this is. The hell is this one? Teen to bruh. And yes. We got 5 minutes. Oh. Maybe the forest? Yeah, we'll just do this. All right, I put a poll for horse things. Well, we do that. We'll go into, I guess, trying this out. See how terrible this is. Playable is better when you have at least 4 players. I don't care. We're doing it anyways. Where's that? What? So rude. Hmm. Hmm.
no, I am not an artist.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I went to art school, but I don't know how to draw on. All right, Soma it is. Heck yeah. Oh, at least so far.
I mean, Soma was what I was going to vote for, anyways. How much longer do we have to draw? Wow, I've got way more time than I thought I did.
Yeah, I saw that too. There we go.
Oh, okay, I can say done. Cool.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Gura Chroma.
All right, let's see what yours looks like. I like that. That's good. All right. So bad. Your head is ouchy. It is ouchy. All right. We'll try a couple more of these. We'll do an animate one next. Let's check this animate. All right. Hmm. Hmm. This is gross. Oh God, this is just turning out terrible. I'll keep drawing anyways. I'm sorry, sis.
I was gonna say
Oh shit. Uh okay, I got this. What the hell? This is cheating. Sorry. All right. You have a good night, Kinos. Bam.
this would be more fun with more people.
It's no, absolutely, because it gets like insanely stupid. So, what are your future plans, Horns? Next month, couple of months, half a year, 20 years down the road, 10,000 years down the road?
I eventually plan on getting what's called a MIDI converter mute.
Huh?
Basically, what it is it's a mute that I'm allowed to put into my French horn, but will record the sound.
I love it. What the heck? Okay.
It just looks like they're doing squats.
That is amazing. Oh no, this other one's going to be worse. I forgot that it's supposed to be an animation.
I didn't draw a face. Great.
Okay, I actually kind of like the animation things. Those are cool. Looks like he's talking. Honestly. My face is red. My face is red. Anyways. Then we can stop this. This would be silly to do a couple of those. All right. But yeah, a few future stuff. Oh, and the results are, I assume it's Soma. Oh, damn. All right. So Soma it is. Kinos actually put in a good amount of little bit of points there. All right, so I will play Soma as one of the October games. And just so you know, I may also do collabs because I can see my other half or Chroma doing collab with like Phasmophobia or Dead by Daylight or whatever else is out there that's multiplayer horror genre. And I can see Horns getting pushed into doing it. Like, no, I don't want to do his horror. Get in here.
Well, Dead by Daylight I might play because I've been meaning to get into that. One of my other friends have been trying to get me to play that game.
It's okay. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but there are people who are really good at that game. So, if I played it every day and became like really obsessed and good, maybe I would enjoy it. Great concept. I just,
You've also played it a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
I haven't played it at all. That's. But,
so yeah, goals.
like I'm gonna keep playing games that I really enjoy. I like my next game that I was supposed to start like a month ago was Shadow of War Middle Earth or whatever the frick it's called.
Huh?
Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, I think it is. But
Oh, yeah, the Lord of the Rings game.
yeah.
Yeah. I've heard excellent things about that game.
No,
At least the first one.
It's a really good game. I've been meaning to play it for forever, and then like I might as well stream it.
Cool.
It won the poll for when I was gonna play for the next game I was gonna play.
Awesome.
I just never started it.
Any other things that you want to do? You know, it could even be like a personal goal for like you on streaming, you know, not necessarily game related.
I would love to be able to get to the point where I could have subscribers and emotes and stuff on my channel.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Trying to think of, you hit your followers, right?
Yeah,
It's more the average.
It's the average consistent like group of people watching.
That's really hard. I mean, even I have trouble with that. And I'm technically affiliated. But you know, hopefully, you know, me, Chroma, a couple of the community people could help out with that. But it is, like you said, it's tricky. You know.
So you want to know what's kind of funny?
Hmm?
My longest subscription that I have, like my longest consistent subscription to
Yeah.
somebody on this channel, is 61 months.
On Twitch or YouTube? Okay.
On Twitch. My longest one on YouTube is probably.
Oh, hey Mika, how's it going? I said that right?
Mika Mischief.
Yes.
I don't know who you are, but welcome.
Mika used to call. She plays a lot of Final Fantasy 14. At least that's why I mainly noticed her streaming. If you're not following her, follow her. She's awesome. I feel like she's at endgame now. She may even be further than I am. But I did watch her beat Endwalker. And I haven't liked the latest patch. So.
Well, I was saying about subscribers. So if you
Awesome.
don't stream for long enough on Twitch,
Uh-huh.
usually you lose your ability to have subscribers and stuff.
Oh, you debuted. Awesome.
You debuted. Nice.
That's awesome.
Debuted.
I don't know how to talk English.
Yes, you do. You've done it all your life.
No, this is Fox. Foxian.
You don't speak Tarogan. You know how to speak English.
Ah. Anyways.
So he quit Twitch for Mixer.
Thank you for coming.
And I stayed subscribed to his Twitch channel for like the 2.5 years.
Wait, who's this? I'm sorry.
His name is Big Daddy Teej. I know him IRL. Good friend of mine.
Huh?
And I stayed subscribed to his channel. And because I stayed subscribed to his channel throughout the entire time he was on Mixer, he didn't lose the ability to have subs. So when Mixer officially died and people could no longer stream on it, he went back to Twitch.
Hmm?
And I was able to get a hype train going and was able to like welcome him back with a level 5 hype train and stuff. And it was really cool.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I know for me, a couple of my goals, you know, I want to make shorts on YouTube. I mean, they don't have to be long. It's like my goal is like a minute, you know, of whatever it is. It could be something related to Final Fantasy. It could be something related to beating you up. Be something, you know, just life or game review or whatever. But you know, I want to try to make it like at least one video a month is my goal. It'd be awesome if more, but you know, that's a YouTube thing. I want to get, you know, more emotes. I mean, I have emotes, but I only have 5 and I want to get more of them. Get some maybe animated ones. Ulrich talked about doing something for my channel. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do for that. I want to get better at tweeting my schedule and posting it on my Discord. It's something so simple, it feels, but like I get like so hectic in my life sometimes that like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stream today, and I feel like that's terrible, and I need to get more organized. So that's something I want to try to get better at. Also, I
feel like you just have no social media presence.
I don't. I really don't.
Like you treat your YouTube,
Huh?
Your Discord is the best you have when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
But like your Twitter, you never say anything that's not just a going live thing, and your going live tweets are so bland.
Oh, absolutely.
They're so bland. Gordon Ramsay could come up with an insult about it. Like it's
Gordon Ramsay could come up with an insult for anything.
Like,
It's actually something that's like posted on so like when you go live on Streamlabs, it just you can auto do it, so it does an auto thing. But like you said, it is bland. It's to the point and not anything special.
but then like anything else that's on your Twitter is you just are retweeting someone saying something.
Oh yeah, no, that happens a lot.
Anything yourself, you don't have any personality on it.
No, I think you're right.
Hashtags at all.
I don't even know how to use hashtags. It's depressing.
You go shift 3.
All right.
You use a
Thank you, Mika, for coming. You have a good night. But yeah, and maybe offline we could talk about the hashtag thing.
Well, just like this, hashtag like that. You just type it in, and it does it.
Oh yeah, because the hashtag goes to everyone who has that.
Yeah. And if you do hashtag ENVTuber,
Oh, thank you again. That's so sweet. Hype.
there's a actual dedicated Twitter account that every account that's a VTuber that uses hashtag ENVTuber automatically retweets the tweet.
Yes. Oh, so like hashtags, like if I put that in to the thing I'm posting, it'll go to the EN VTuber channel, right? Am I correct on that?
Not channel, but so on Twitter you can search by hashtag.
This is me being dumb. But anyways, go ahead.
In the Twitter search bar, if you type in hashtag ENVTuber,
Huh?
every person that is tweeted with that in the text of their tweet
Right.
will appear. So it doesn't matter if you follow them or anything. The most recent ones that show, and then you can also filter it by like the most liked or the most interacted post and stuff like that. But you can search through just by that hashtag. So
Okay.
by adding hashtags, it allows for more discoverability of your tweet.
No, that makes complete sense. Like I said, this is just me being illiterate, and just not Twitter, but like you said, the media of all that, even when I do my Discord, I need to remember to like not hashtag, but whatever, they have a little thing. Yeah. It's simple, but I
don't like to do that, and I understand that completely.
Yeah. But no, like I said, that's just something I want to work on to get better at. And
so like for example, hashtag I'm giving you an example.
Mhm.
So like that could be your tagline on most of your tweets.
Yeah.
Hashtag ENVTuber, hashtag VTuber, hashtag Fox VTuber, and then hashtag insert game title here. Like whatever game you're going to be playing, you can put as the hashtag.
No,
we'll search for that game.
it is good because I have a file that has like my hashtags for when I put in YouTube, stuff. And I could make a little tag to put on Twitter. This is what I should put as the general, and then add to it, depending on the situation. Like you said, yeah, that's very good and helpful information. I've
been on the internet a long time.
I have too, but I haven't at all.
Oh no, like I've been delved in the internet since 2010. Like, I have grown up with it. I have existed in the internet for a long time.
Yeah.
You're oh my god, you're everything on your Twitter is so bland.
Oh yeah, no, I already knew that, but yeah.
You might want to create a link tree. Linktree is a website that lets you have one link.
Mhm.
When they click on it, then it's like, okay, cool. Here's the YouTube link. Here's the Twitter link. Here's the Twitch link. Here's the Discord link. Maybe here's a PayPal link if you want to donate. And it's just, but that way you have one link on your Twitter thing that has all those things. Is you don't just have your Twitch.
Yeah.
You have and then your actual thing is house name Fixhanzer. We have a twin sister named Akadi. We escaped our like. I don't need your life story.
Yes, you do.
Come up with something. Sorry, I got it, to make more interaction. You want to make something more memorable.
Yeah, yeah.
So like one of the last survivors of House Fixhanzer, what's a word for isolated? That's not like I wanted to say like not dethroned, but like something like that. Prince.
Yeah.
Not exiled prince. What's the forcefully discharged? What's the term for that? What's a good word for that?
Oh, we can figure it out later. It's not like we need to know it now.
What's a term for forcefully removed?
I mean, it's kind of like dethroned, exiled. I mean, I kind of am exiled. My brother took over the throne, so at least for now. Captured father. Captured my fiance in a tower.
Deposed.
I never heard of that. Deposed.
Depose. It means to forcefully remove somebody from a position. You are the deposed prince of the House Fixhanzer. Like, that is such a more interesting thing than just house name Fixhanzer. Have a twin sister named Akadi. We escaped our homeland Reynard and are now in pursuit of happiness in Torogoville.
No, you have to say, and happiness.
No. You don't have any of that. Like, you don't have any emojis. You don't have any exclamation marks. The way you have it written is read like this. House name Fixhanzer.
Yes.
Have a twin sister named Akadi.
Yes.
We escaped our homeland, Reynard, and are now in pursuit of happiness and
Yes.
It's super monotonous. It's super bland. We need a whole PR rework over all this.
Okay, manager. But yeah, that's one of them. Obviously, my fiance, to get her on stream once in a while, that's another goal within the next year. And do more collabs. I mean, I'm always down for collabs, so branching out in the community. So obviously, like I said, these are our goals to better improve me and my sis, the channel, life, dreams, hopes. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be ending it just because we're at the 2-ish hour mark for the anniversary, which is really awesome that that we made it here. And your horns is a help to us being here in general. So thank you. Yeah.
Glad to be here. Ooh, ostracized. That's another good word.
I like that word. That sounds cool. But
it's always fun to find a good word for what you are, and I was like, forced out doesn't sound good. Dethroned just Because you're still technically the prince, so you're not really dethroned. Just you got removed from your homeland.
Well, I also never had the throne up front. My dad.
Prince, so technically you had a throne.
I have a.
Dethroned is more of a verb for just saying removed from position of power.
Yes.
But again, it's like you weren't really dethroned because like it wasn't a coup. It's just everyone was killed.
Well, they weren't killed. They were captured, to my knowledge.
But you were removed from force, so you're kind of like the banished prince, but like that's not as cool of a word. So deposed sounds a lot cooler, and ostracized also is a much better word. Give the bums rush.
Wait, what?
I'm just on this word hippo that's like I got all these synonyms. It's like send packing, force out, lay off, show the door, let go, put out, run off, give someone the boot, push out, thrust out, give the bums rush.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on, I gotta look at this.
Heart just got insane.
Maybe. Send to Coventry. Give the hook. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this.
Oh, that's fine. All right. But anyways, we are going to end this. I will, like I said, hopefully be working on getting a schedule made for the Halloween October horror games. And that is it for today. Thanks all for coming. Thanks, Horn, for being here. And we will see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and I'm about to raid somebody. I'm about to raid Wonko Toyako. I pronounced that completely wrong. But anyways, we're raiding them. All right.
You could also run. Oh, I know she's sleeping. Never mind.
Yeah, she's sleeping. All right.
Actually, would you mind raiding a friend of mine?
Sure. Wait, is it? Huh?
Her name is Cowsy. She is a VTuber. She's a dragon VTuber.
How do you spell that?
Recently too. That's kind of funny.
How do you spell that?
COWSI.
Does she have 69 live viewers?
Yes.
Actually,
Mine shows 70, but 69 is the funny number.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, ending it now. Bye bye. Wee.